Where is the accountability? I have never seen, I'm going to say, I'm just going to go back 10 years. 10 years ago was 2015. I could go back further, but we're just going to keep it within a 10-year span. I have never seen so many rappers, so many gang affiliated, so many black entertainers in the hip hop culture either self-incriminate, get locked up with a RICO charge, or die from drug addiction. I'm gonna say this again. In the hip hop culture, rappers, gang members, I have never seen in the past 10 years, I'm not going back to the 80s, I'm just keeping it within a 10-year span. I have never seen so many rappers, gang members, get locked up from a RICO charge, self-incriminate, or die from drug addiction. What in the F is going on here, man? And there's no accountability. I'm hearing people say, well, DJ Vlad and Adam 22, they are the culture vultures. That's moving the goalposts. Let's not move the goalposts. Adam 22 and Vlad TV is not giving you a pistol, part and self, not putting the pistol to you, saying, you better tell on yourself. You better self-incriminate. You better talk about everything that be going on. Adam 22 and Vlad TV is not making nobody say anything to jeopardize their lives. But let's not even talk about the Vlad the Vlad TVs and the Adam 22s, no jumpers and all of that. Let's not even talk about that. Let's talk about how a lot of rappers, they finally make it. They become multi-millionaires. They finally make it out of the struggle. They finally make it out. And before we get started, I'm not here to say violence is violence and you can do violence, just be quiet about it. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not saying that because I'm a man that's coming from peace. I'm a man that want to see peace in the community. I'm a man that want to see, us do way better. However, I'm not oblivious to violence. There's going to be people that's going to be critically injured, meaning they're going to die. There's going to be people that's going to cause harm. There's going to be people that's going to cause some type of crime in the community. I'm not oblivious to that. What I'm saying is this. You get yourself out of, just say you're removed. You're removed from committing criminal activities. Let's say you are removed from committing criminal activities. You haven't committed a criminal activity in 10 years, 15, 20 years. Do you get on these podcasts and say, yeah, I know what I did. I was the one doing this. I was the one doing that. And bro over there was doing this and bro over there was doing that. Why, if you are changing your life around and you just so happen to get away with certain things, that's just the nature of life. The biggest criminals are the ones that work on Wall Street. The biggest criminals are the ones that work for the government. The biggest criminals are the ones that work for the IRS and everybody else. Okay? The politicians, everybody else. If you change your life around and you want to start doing something positive, why the hell are you up there incriminating yourself? Why are you up there? Why are you up there telling people what you do, what you used to do, what he do, But y'all the same ones that get on these podcasts talk about, oh, we breaking down paperwork. Y'all the same ones that get on these podcasts and say, we don't like rats. Y'all the same ones that get on these podcasts and say, yo, we follow the rules over here. This is gang, 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 gang. The number one rule is you got the right to remain silent. Not just for the police, but you got the right to remain silent for anybody else that want to know about what used to go on with you. Shut up, stupidity. Shut up, stupidity. And that's what I'm saying. I don't care what people say about me. I'm not feeling sorry for those who want to be rappers, get on these raps and make millions and millions. You make you are a multi-million-dollar person. You finally got your family out of the financial struggle. You got you out the financial struggle. You're able to change so many lives by making so much money. You get on these raps and start incriminating yourself. I did this, I did that. Yeah, we smoking on him and we smoking on them and we smoking. And he was a dead pack. We left him over there. He couldn't even breathe. He couldn't stop running. Now you up in prison, whether you in the feds or you in the state prison, fighting charges. Are y'all that high? No. Nah, like it's time to take accountability. Are you that high? The shrooms, do the shrooms got y'all saying all this shit that y'all don't even realize what y'all saying? Do the Percocets got y'all saying all of this and you don't realize, like you're not above the law. You're cleverly dumb. You're thinking that you're doing something and you're thinking that you're getting away with something. And again, we are not condoning violence. I don't condone violence. But this is why they came out with a show called Dumbest Criminals. This is exactly why they came out with a show called Dumbest Criminals. And then y'all be looking up to these guys. Why am I respecting you and you're a dummy? Why am I respecting you and you are a dummy? You're going to lead me you're going to put me on a road of destruction. Make a left, death. Make a right, prison. You got all the answers, but don't got the right answers when it's time for you to shut up. It bothers me because these kids, y'all always want to talk about, oh yeah, the YNs, the young boys be doing this and the young boys be doing that. But the big bros and the old heads be like 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, senior citizens. Pick me. Pick me. I'm the toughest one out of the crew. I did it. Pick me. I'm the old head. I'm the big bro. I'm the tough one. I'm the hard one. I'm more tougher than everybody. I'm the one who catch the robberies. I'm the one who catch the murders. It was me. Are you emotionally disturbed? Are you on crack? You have to be on crack. You gotta be on some type of drug to get on here and think that, yo, You're looking right into a camera and you're saying, feds, it was me. And then you want somebody to feel sorry. I be looking at some of these rappers and I'm just like, how? Like, how do I feel sorry for you? How? You made it. You made it. And you still want to be in the streets. You made it and you still want to be a tough guy. I never liked tough guys. You want to know why? Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why I never liked tough guys? Because they always end up in prison. Trying to prove a point. You want to be around men that bad? You a rapper making all of these millions. I'm talking about you can buy buildings, you can buy streets, you can buy homes, you can buy companies, you can create companies, you can go. You are a worldwide entertainer. And to find yourself back in prison or to find yourself in prison after you had the opportunity to change everybody's lives one by one, building it brick by brick. I am never, ever feeling sorry when you had the opportunity. You are out. You made it out. You made it out. And if anybody else agrees with, oh yeah, you don't know what it's like to be in the streets, shut up. Stupidity. Shut up. Shut up. You don't know what it's like to be hungry. You don't know what it's like to have to carry your gun and hunt down your ops. Shut up. Shut up. Because the only street cred that works, the only time you get respected for street cred is in prison. That's the only time you get respected for street cred. I don't want to die. I don't want to go to jail. You may want to go to jail. You can't wait to get there. Man, I'm in prison. Yeah, I'm here, and it's up. Shut up. You want to be around men jerking off all night? You want to be around men touching on each other all night? You want to be around men stabbing each other and fighting each other all night? You can't wait to go there. You can't wait to go to prison so you can say, I was around men all day long fighting. You are mad. A lot of y'all, listen, a lot of y'all need help. Take accountability of what you be doing out there. It's no way I made it. I finally made it. If my mother was alive, she wouldn't have to worry about, money. If my father was alive, he wouldn't have to worry about money. My kids can go to the best schools. I'm able to reconstruct the infrastructure of my community. Even if I don't want to be a part of the community, right? Let's say I don't want to be a part of the community. Let me create something where people can get jobs in the community. But you want to be in the streets. You want to prove that you could be a tough guy. You want to prove that you could go to prison and man, I survived it. I survived prison. What is in there that you can't wait to say you came out of there? Tell me what's in prison that make people say, when I get there, man, it's fights and fades with anybody. What is it that you're trying to prove? Now, I understand. This is the part that I understand. Certain things just listen, it's just too late. The one thing that I understand about the streets, sometimes it's just too late. But let's stop watching the game in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter is too late. The fourth quarter is too late. You didn't see tip off. You didn't see the first quarter. You didn't see the third quarter. You ain't have time to, create a new plan. Let's draw up and bust some new moves. Let's do it this way. Let's strategize that way. You didn't have time to do that. You're looking at the game in the fourth quarter and it's just too late. What about practice? How can I keep myself away from this danger? Because guess what? You can be from the hood, but you ain't got to rep the hood. It's so many people, it's like this, right? It's so many people that grew up with no mom, no dad, multiple generations inside of one house, overcrowded homes, sharing a bed, sharing a room with people, and they make it out. Then it be people that's spoiled. Got a mom, got a dad. You get everything you want. You go to the best schools. Whatever it is that you want, you get it. But you want to be a part of the life. You want to be a part of the life. You want to see it. You want to feel it. You want to touch it. You want to be amongst it. Then when you get yourself in some trouble, I'm a good kid. I didn't know no better. No, it's too late. Why do you think, see, this is the thing, right? It's not about people being afraid of prison. It's people that's afraid of their own ego and their own pride. I'm going to say this again for the politically correct dummies in this chat. I'm going to say it again for the stupidies, for the peanut gallery that don't listen. You can't outsmart me. You can't outthink me. You don't read enough. You don't do enough research. You don't study enough. You're not working with children. You're not working with adults. You're not working with men. The number one reason on why people be stuck in this frame of mind is because one, ego, pride, afraid of change, afraid of failure, or afraid of the lesson. I don't even want to call it a failure. Because when you're chasing a goal, when you're going after a goal, when you're trying to push yourself to the limit of greatness, sometimes it doesn't work. So you got to go back to the drawing board to figure it out. And guess what? Some people are afraid of the lesson. They're afraid of the lesson. So they go to what's right. Well, what appears to be right. They go to what's easy. You got a lot of people, there are starving artists without power within. That's a fact. You're afraid of your own strength. You're afraid of your own greatness. You're afraid of being you. If you chill on a corner with 20 guys, I can guarantee you maybe one or two of them is really like that. A lot of people be suffering with an identity crisis. Don't you know that it takes a certain skill set? Let's go deep. It takes a certain skill set to be an actor or an actress. It takes a certain skill set to play a role for so long. So when you go outside, right, and you suffering with an identity crisis, but your ego and your pride won't allow you to just be you. Now you got to put on this role. Now you got to front. Now you got to act like somebody that you're not. Acting like somebody that you're not, and you finally make it home, is like a woman with a stomach trainer. By the time she get home and she release that stomach trainer, she like, whoo. That's what it feels like, acting like you tough and you really not. Acting like you a street guy and you really not. Acting like you about this life and you really not. But your pride and your ego won't allow you to say, yo, this is really not me. What are you gaining out of it? What are you gaining out of it? You tell me what makes you feel so good that you can prove I can go to prison. You really don't want to be this way? That's not really you. That's not really within your soul. Your soul is not saying, man, I'm a gangster. I'm a thug. I'm a demon. I'm with whatever. Why do you want to know why people are always telling? Because it really wasn't them. Do you want to know why people are always going against each other? Because it really wasn't them. This is why I tell you pride and ego plays a part. You ever been in the streets? Whether you in the streets, you chill with the street guys, you go outside and it's nothing but street guys outside, whether they sell drugs, whether they go to work, whether they be on the block, whatever the case may be. Nobody is afraid of prison. Not even the most, I don't want to call him a coward. Not even the person that's just a cold bitch. A straight sucker. You ever see a sucker that's not going to do nothing in the streets, but still find themselves in the streets, go to prison, get punched on, and still come outside and do the same shit in the streets? Come on. If he's not afraid to go to prison, what makes you think the person that's suffering from an identity crisis or the person that's really about that life, they're not afraid to go to prison either? They are not afraid to go to prison. So how can we tap into the mindset, not just for the young guys, but for the older guys too? How can we tap into the mindset of your pride and your ego? Because the richest place in the world is the grave for black people. The richest place in the world is the grave because there were so many black people that died with $1 trillion idea, $1 trillion mindset, $1 trillion character. But they was afraid to tap into their own diamond. Where do diamonds come from? The dirt. Diamonds come from the dirt. So guess where they go back? They go back into the dirt instead of flourishing their diamond. And everybody's praising all these bozos. Praising all these bozos. I ask these kids every day, every time I talk to them, where the richest places in the where the richest place in the world at? Dubai, Africa, Hong Kong, California, New York. And when I tell them the richest place in the world is the grave for black people, they say, why? And I say, because they were afraid of success. They were afraid of success. They were afraid to tap into their diamond. And diamonds come from what? The dirt. If finding a diamond was easy, everybody would have a diamond. And then guess what? The diamond wouldn't even be worth nothing. So when you finally do tap into your diamond, don't let the diamond get lost. Don't let the diamond go astray. Now you in prison. You were a rapper. You got a bunch of rappers that had it. Now they in prison. Yo, man, what's going on, man? Yeah, I'm keeping my head up. Yeah, I'm doing what I got to do, man. You know, yeah. Bro, you was just eating at, fuck 5-star. You was eating at a 10-star restaurant. A 20-star restaurant. Now you eating slop. And see, a lot of y'all look at some of these guys in prison, right? And they'd be showing snacks and all of that. Yeah, we got all the snacks. I don't give a fuck about no goddamn snacks. Yeah, we eating good over here. No, you eating sodium over there. You eating a bunch of sodium. You proud to have a stack of sodiums in your hut? Yeah, we got knives. Knives is this long. Niggas be in their videos and niggas be in their videos and their pictures like, who gives a who cares? I'm trying to smell a woman. And you trying to prove that you could go to prison? I'm trying to break the generational financial curse. Becoming a multimillionaire, billionaire, trillionaire. And you happy about going to prison? I'm trying to make love to my wife in a passionate way. And you happy about you got a phone and you can, yeah, baby, yeah, you know. And you want to brag to the people in the prison that you got a phone? And you get to go on Instagram because you in prison? That's what you happy about? I'm trying to raise my sons to be leaders. I want to raise my sons to be men. And you happy about you can send a package out because you run the jails? I can send a package out to my kids. I can get them whatever they want because I'm getting all the money in jail. You happy about that? I want to raise my daughters so they could be great wives. I want to raise my daughters so they could be wives. I want to do something totally different that I've never done before. Because guess what? Since the day of time, history has repeated itself over and over and over again. We run the jails. Hello? We run the jails. Congratulations, black people run the prisons. Black people run the prisons. Shout out to 4PF Baby J, official. I appreciate the love, man. Big facts, man. He said 100. Big facts. Big facts. Congratulations, people. We run the prisons. Woo! Hip hip hooray! Congratulations, I can kill you, you can kill me, and guess what? It'll be a rest in peace, long live, he was a real one, balloons, candles, a few cries, and then next week, it's back to reality again. Hip hip hooray! We did it. When are we gonna do something different? When are we gonna do something different? Because the other shit ain't been working. It has not worked and it's still not working. We love to celebrate failure. Why do we love to celebrate failure? And then it's like you celebrate failure, right? And it's based on, oh yeah, well, he did 30 years in prison and he came home and he got it together. Man, he a real one. Instead of saying, that man did 15 years of school, undergrad, masters, doctorates. He went around the whole country studying, figuring out a cure for cancer, a cure for this post-traumatic slave disorder that we got. We don't celebrate that, though. We don't celebrate that. We would celebrate failure faster than we would celebrate a person being intelligent. Whoa! We would celebrate failure faster than we celebrate a person being intelligent. We would celebrate death faster than we celebrate life. It'd be 80 billion people at a funeral. But let a mother a mother would give birth to a child. A mother would give birth to twins, triples, quadruples. The whole family would never be at the hospital like, congratulations. Congratulations. And see, guess what? I ignored the negative comments. Because that's what I'm built for this. I'm built for this. I'm ignoring the negative comments. Because I know what I stand for. I know what I'm built for. Facts. And I'm passionate about what I do. I'm passionate about what I say. And this is why I'm saying to these rappers, you get on here, you're a multi-millionaire, and the next thing you know, you're locked up. You a thousandaire, and now you're locked up. Now you are locked up. Why am I feeling bad about that? Now, I'll tell you this. If you are a person that's been doing, you change your life around and then something caught up with you in the past that you haven't been speaking about, whatever the case may be, that's different. But if you on here rapping about your past and your future, you're talking about this or you're talking about that, and you get locked up, I don't feel bad for you. I don't. You got these gang members. Well, people on these podcasts, they get up here and they go on these podcasts. They get up here and go on these podcasts. They talk about everything that they used to do, everything that they're doing, everything that everybody else is doing. Federal agents, come get me. Come get me. Federal agents, come get me. If you are not equipped to talk about other things in the world, if you're not liberal enough, if you don't have no intelligence, if you're not smart enough, if you don't do research, and the only thing that you can talk about is gang-related stuff on these podcasts, I advise you to shut the hell up and go find another hobby. I advise you to shut the hell up and go find another hobby. Because you are cleverly dumb. You're not even cleverly dumb. You're just dumb. You're just dumb. You don't have nothing to talk about but gang-related stuff. You're dumb. I don't know what it's going to take for us to change. You know what? And I want to talk about that, Brian. I don't blame Adam. I don't blame vladtv for the stupidities that go up there and incriminate themselves. You want to know why? Because they know what they did. Adam and Vlad didn't put a gun to their head and say, tell it all. Nobody did that. Everybody want to say, oh, Adam and Vlad, they culture vultures. That's moving the goalposts. Because you could be a culture vulture with positive black people. You can be a culture vulture without gang members going up there incriminating themselves, without people going up there incriminating themselves. Adam and Vlad can be going to black colleges, interviewing stars at black colleges. That could be considered a culture vulture. But they're not. They're taking these emotionally disturbed, mentally challenged, drug-infested black men, bringing them on their platform, paying them to just run their mouth. That's it. Yo, how much you want for an interview? Man, give me $1,500. As a matter of fact, how much you want to get hired? Man, give me $50,000 a year. Give me $50,000 a year. I'll take that shit. $50,000 just to get on a podcast and just be talking. I'll take that. Even if you get paid $20,000. Even if you get paid $20,000. You on a podcast, let's say you getting paid $20,000 to be on the podcast once a week for a whole year. That's 52 times of being on a podcast. That's like a little bit, you getting paid every time you get on a podcast like $800 a little, $800 to $900 a podcast. Or a little, I don't know. But you're not doing nothing to bring no relevance to the podcast, but talking about gang-related stuff. It don't take talent to talk about some gangster shit that you've probably done. Or you know who did some gangster shit. That's not talent. That's not talent. But y'all want to see these kids die. The kids is following the big bros and the old heads. That's what they're doing. When you see a bunch of kids yelling and screaming, going at each other on these social sites, then look at the old heads and the big bros. They doing the same thing. These guys be 50 years old talking about, let's fight. 50 years old talking about, let's fight. Don't you got grandkids? You a couple minutes away from being a senior citizen. You ain't got nothing else better to do? You can't wait to go to prison so you can be next to men? Yo, bro, let me get the cell real quick, man. I want to get one off. Let me wash my clothes in the toilet. Let me wash my boxes in the toilet. Let me move around. Yo, pardon me, bro. Let me stack all this sodium food up. 100% sodium. Let me show I got a knife. Yeah, I got a knife. Let me show that I got a phone in the cell, so while everybody's stressing, I could be on the phone talking to somebody on a... I'm going to be making love to my wife while you making love to your hand. Your scent is going to be the smell of premium jelly, lotion, making balloons and fifis or whatever you... I'm trying to be passionately kissing, touching, rubbing on my wife, raising my children, making sure I'm there for them. And when they want to get married, and now they can see their grandfather that was successful, that passed the legacy now. Cool. Now, some people got to go to prison. You protecting your family, you protecting your assets, I get it. But it's more stupidies and dummies going to prison. It's more followers going to prison. I have never seen so many rappers go to prison because of a RICO. I have never seen so many rappers die because of a drug overdose. And y'all want to blame, and everybody always want to blame the white man. It's Adam that did it. It's vladtv that did it. No, it was you. You want to know why? Because you wanted to go up there and be a tough guy. I could get around all the men and be strong and tough, and I'll squabble with anybody, I'll stab anybody, I ran the jails. No, nigga, I ran a tribe of leaders amongst men. They're married, financially stable. You ran a bunch of guys in prison and y'all all wear the same uniform. I ran a bunch of men that created families, that's creating legacies. And they're creating families and creating legacies. Name is living on and on. Name is going on buildings, not name inside of a building. Name is going on buildings. Know the difference. It's time for us to win. It's time for us to win. I'm not dealing with these post-traumatic slave disorder people. You know what post-traumatic slave disorder is? You've been programmed to go against me. In the sense of this, you've been programmed to hate me. You've been programmed to want to kill me. You've been programmed to go against me. You've been programmed since slavery. You love failure. You love when a person fell. You're not just jealous, you envious. And you ain't never changed your ways. Your soul ain't never been cleansed. You're afraid of success. You're afraid of what people gonna say about you. You're ashamed of perpetuating greatness. You want your diamond to go back into the dirt. You're afraid to tap into your diamond. You're afraid to own a hospital. These doctors, why you think all our children, a lot of our children coming out emotionally disturbed, ADHD, ADD, and all this other diagnosis that's coming out. These doctors are going against us left and right. These doctors are going against us left and right. You're afraid to own a hospital. But guess what? We own fast food spots. I own 100 Dunkin' Donuts. Well, damn it, you might as well own a dialysis center right next door to the Dunkin' Donuts. Might as well. I own a shopping center. Why we don't own a bank? Why we don't own banks? You ever think about that? You got, I'm trying to think. Magic Johnson, Michael Jordan, LeBron James, Kanye West, Jay-Z, Dr. Dre, Rihanna. These are like 7 billionaires. What the fuck are they doing for the community? Oh, well, it's a school over here. Somebody put his name right there. You want to know why white people don't got leaders? Because white people just know what to do. White people just know what to do. They know how to keep it together and build off of what they got. We're afraid of that. We are afraid of that. Trust me. And I get it. But in order to see change, we got to make change. And in order to make change, you got to do some things that you ain't never did before. And until then, can't keep blaming the white guys. We got to take accountability of our own sins, our own actions. All of these men is being locked up. All of them. Every time you turn around, you got this multi-millionaire locked up. You got Diddy that was a billionaire, locked up. The first thing somebody want to say is, well, what about the white guy over there? He did the same thing that Diddy did. Who gives a damn? Why we got to get caught in it? You got Little Dirk locked up. You just got Young Thug. That whole case is different, is weird, and I don't even... You got so many rappers that died from a drug overdose. Rappers are dying from a drug overdose left and right, left and right. And still we talk about Percocets, Molly's, Adderall, liquor, weed, dope. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. And what are you going to do? What are you going to do to see change in the community? Because every day I'm always doing something. Every day I'm always doing something. And I carried that same trait. I was addicted to drugs. Both of them were on drugs. Both of them were victim to gun violence. And I carried that same trait. I was addicted to drugs, victim to gun violence, and I'm just like hoping that that other kid, that kid that's looking at me, he don't go through what I went through.
I don't want to kill you. I want to heal with you.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
I don't want to kill you physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. I don't want to kill you. I want to heal with you. We have to stop normalizing pain.
So, Brandon connected us to a group of incredible and successful teenagers. They're overcoming the...
Both of them were on drugs.
That's what I'm doing.
Were victims of violence. And I kept...
That's exactly what I'm doing. I know I was a victim of gun violence. I was a victim of drug addiction. And I know the only way that I can see change in the community is if I make the change that I want to see.
Because I kept asking God, kill me. Jesus. Because I am no good to my community. I'm no good to my family. Why do you keep waking me up every morning to feel this pain over and over and over again? God had a purpose. So I said, you know what? I'm going to break down and I'm going to go to rehab, man, because me dying ain't working. I went to rehab for 30 days out of my life. And in the first 2 days, in the first 2 weeks, because I kept asking God.
I'm going to make the change that I want to see. Whether people was with me or not, whether people got something else going on, I am going to make the change that I want to see. Facts. And I'm going to do what I got to do to make that change. And this is why I'm here today, talking to y'all. This is why I'm tired of our men that's multi-millionaires finding themselves locked up. I'm tired of the gang life. I'm tired of that tough guy syndrome. I'm tired of the identity crisis. I'm tired of, I gotta prove to you that I'm not afraid of prison. I gotta prove to you that I'm not afraid of the grave, opposed to proving to you that I can be successful. If I gotta prove anything, I need to prove that I can be successful. Yo, I appreciate everybody that joined my live. I appreciate the super chat. I don't know what happened to it, but whatever. I have a book, a children's book out called Anybody Can Be McFly on Amazon. Please help support. Please help support. I wrote a children's book, man, for the first time. My hood ain't never seen an author. My hood ain't never seen an author. Please help support, man. You know what I mean? And follow me at b.mcfly_. on Instagram. Subscribe, man. Subscribe to the page, man. Something different over here. We're speaking in layman's terms. Subscribe to the page. Like, share, comment. Come on, man. Help me out here, man. I ain't here to hurt nobody. I ain't here to argue with nobody. I ain't here to talk down on nobody. I'm here to make change in the community. That's it. Like, share, and subscribe, man. B McFly. I'm out. One love.